Then there's the bungee jump part.
The bungee jump? No. Good morning. We're here for our balloon ride. We're here for our balloon ride. The parking lot. And it's Cheryl's happy birthday.
But it's Sophie's birthday too from
But
October.
it's Sophie's
it's
from,
it's
yeah.
a dual birthday balloon ride.
Sam, how do you feel?
I'll let you know when I land.
Early morning pickup. We're going on an adventure in that balloon basket.
I don't know where we're going. Okay, well then, with the blind being the blind. So, that's fine, we'll figure it out. Yeah, so we have different launch sites we use day to day, depends on the winds. There's no steering in a balloon, we go where the wind goes. So we have to choose our launch site carefully. But apparently, some of these guys, the other pilots have figured out a new launch site.
My souvenir bin.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Drag it out. Okay, I have a simple instruction for you, okay? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. When the balloon stands up, get in. Please do not wait for someone to tell you to climb in. Please do not ask me, should we climb in now? You see the balloon stands up, you start climbing in. Slowly and calmly climb in. There's your step pulse. Okay, any questions?
Pretty loud here, but they're inflating our balloons right now. Pretty cool. Let's hop in. Ready for liftoff. And we're off.
Once again, my name is Michael. I am your captain, and if you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask. I don't really know a whole lot about it, though. I've only been doing it for 3 weeks, so what can I tell you? Don't worry, just kidding about the 3 weeks.
Beautiful sunrise.
You can see, looking to the west, you can see the marine layer, low clouds and fog in northeast a little at 5 miles an hour at 2,800 feet. Does anyone wonder, how do you steer in a balloon?
Yeah. You don't.
All right, somebody does wonder. Somebody does not wonder. Yeah,
With
that's
the
a
ropes,
good question, right? How do we get where we want to go? How do we avoid going where we don't want to go? Well, the answer is there is no steering. We don't pull a rope, go this way. We don't turn the burner that way and make us steer this way. All we control is up and down. All we control is up and down. That's all we control. There is no steering per se, but there's different wind currents at different altitudes. So by going up or down, by going up or down, we can get into a wind current going the speed and direction we want. So there's different currents at different altitudes. The pilot controls the up and the down. So along those lines, it's normal to fly low. We'll often go right down to the surface. We will literally brush through the tops of trees, bushes, weeds, literally brush through. Not a figure of speech, not a joke. So it's normal to fly low. And Big Bear. Oh. You guys have been to Big Bear, haven't you? Yeah. All right, everyone goes to Big Bear. They don't go to Temecula for the morning.
When you saying every June?
Yeah, around the first weekend in June.
Oh, wedding, yeah. What are you taking that much weight?
So along those lines, a balloon flight is not like a Disneyland ride. We don't just pull out, go around the circuit, pull back into the station in some particular manner. A balloon flight is a real adventure. We don't know for sure where we're going to end up, how it's going to turn out. We might land in someone's private property. Maybe they'll come out, they'll scream, and it's called the cops. Lines with the fall colors. I want to talk about the landing part. So on the landing, number one, we hold on with two hands. The rope handles, it's about waist height, going around inside the basket. Hold the rope handles with two hands, that's number one. Two, bend your knees and brace your foot against the side. So you brace the impact so you don't slam into the side or the person next to you. Three, make sure once we land, we come to a stop. Most importantly, make sure you got that? No.
The crew running towards us.
Right under you, Mike. One for the bounce.
I wake up earlier.
Yeah, you guys can start climbing out now. We're not going to fly away.
Time to get out of the balloon. Our ride is over.
Leave it to me. Everybody else want to choose you guys? Yeah. All right.
We did it!
If you catch that, you get a free balloon ride.
Now
Nobody got it. Like, if you want a mimosa, help yourself.
Well, we survived. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
There's a couple of brothers in France by the name of Montgolfier. They had a paper bag factory. They made paper envelopes and paper bags and things. Well, one day, one of the brothers, he threw a big sheet of paper up over the furnace that kept the factory warm. He saw that sheet of paper went out, filled up with smoke and hot air, and it formed this teardrop shape and just floated up and away like that, if you can picture that. Well, when they saw that, they got this idea they could build a gigantic paper bag, they could put a basket under it, and they'd be the first ones to fly. Well, they got to thinking and design, they realized paper wouldn't work, it was too weak. Cotton was too porous. canvas was too heavy. Now that a deck one hadn't been invented yet, the only thing they could think of was silk. But turns out that silk was prohibitively expensive. That meant they need a sponsor. So they decided to go to the king, present their case to the king's court, see if the king would sponsor them. So King Louis came out with Marie Antoinette, and the king said, "That is the darn craziest thing I ever heard. It's a big hot air balloon flying contraption. But I'll tell you guys what, I'll sponsor you, because France would get the glory of the first manned flight." The king liked that. And so they decided to send up some test animals, barnyard animals, a chicken, a duck, and a sheep. These were actually the first things to fly. Now, it's not a joke like the nun, the priest, and the rabbi walk into a bar. I know it starts to sound like that about this point, the chicken, the duck, and the sheep. But it's a true story, actually. If you research it, you'll see this part about Montgolfier brothers and the barnyard animals. Montgolfier brothers, on the other hand, it took them hours to get there. And then when they got there, they realized the animals survived the flight, but the local people came out. All the farmers with their pitchforks, they just shredded these animals. Yeah, they just pitchforked them right to death. Can you believe it? They thought these were some kind of evil spirits. These people never saw anything fly before. They're just a bunch of superstitious peasants back in the day. So, when the Montgolfier brothers saw that, they went back to the king. And they said, "Hey, King Louis, we can survive the fight. We've proved that. But the people are going to kill us. You need to send a decree across the whole land, far and wide, tell all the people everywhere that if they see this big hot airship flying through the sky, we're not some fire-breathing dragon from outer space. No, we are common Frenchmen like themselves. And to prove it, we will carry with us champagne." So that is how this tradition of champagne and ballooning started. This is something that the local people would recognize as French. Therefore, it saved the lives of the original balloonist from the superstitious farmers. All right, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Champagne saving lives.
It's a good story.